Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Mountain Medicine Tarot. I am here to do a medicine wheel spread. Now, this is mirrored image. You can see that the letters are backwards, so bear with me here as we go through this. This is just a photo I have of the overall spread and what I'm going to be doing with the cards. So I'm going to start in the south. This is the childlike self, not necessarily a childhood. It can be, but it is more of a past energy. It's also our trust, where our trust lies, where kind of our emotional ties to other people are, because wolves do move in packs. Okay, so there's the friendship aspect, and there's also the victim mentality aspect where he's just howling at the moon, and he's just kind of sad. And then there's also the aspect of the childlike, which is very timid at times. And then there's the childlike aspect, which is very excited and very playful and could potentially play tricks on other animals and, steal sheep from farmers and things like that. So we will start there, the childlike, and then we'll go over here to the bear, and the bear is one of my personal favorites, as you may be able to observe. She is a very feminine energy, famous for a couple things. One of them being very independent. You hardly ever see bears who do run in packs, such as the wolf, which I have a feeling is very important to you, Cancer, because you are one of our more emotional signs that's very in-depthly connected to other people, okay? So, this may be a little bit interesting for you to go into this aspect because this is very introspective. This animal is more alone more often than not. So much so that they spend a season in a cave alone in order to find aspects of themselves that they no longer, or they did not know before, and come out of that cave a brand new being looking at the sun for the first time, and it's like reborn. It's like a rebirthing progress. So the only time that you really see a bear with anyone else is when they had a baby, okay? When they have a child, cub, I guess you could say, and then they stay with them for 2-3 years, and then they just kind of drift apart, and it's okay. So we'll kind of go into that. And then we've got the buffalo up here on the north side, and like I said, these are switched, so this is supposed to be west, and I know that's going to throw us off. I need to find a way to make this work better, because when I put the cards down, it will look correct on your side, okay? It will be west is over here, east is over there. So the North card, though, will stay the same. This is the Grandfather Buffalo card. He is all-knowing, all-wise. He is very abundant, okay? Buffalo are very powerful. Probably one of the more powerful totems that exist in Native American culture, okay? Because the overall group, and I feel like groups are very important to Cancer. I feel very connected to being around many people at once. Okay, so the buffalo are very important because I want to say tribe, but it's not tribe, it's their herd is so ginormous, so huge, that they provided Native American people with 95% of everything they ever need. So it's the abundance factor, but also the overall wisdom. I mean, look at how old and ancient they are. They almost are like mammoths, so it's like they hold this key of wisdom of being on the earth longer than other animals, maybe. Okay, and then we come full circle over here to the east, which is where the sunrise is. So we start with 1. This would be like the number 1. And then we have like 0.25, 0.50, 0.75. And we come full circle to the starting place. Okay, so it's like going backwards. We're going to go backwards to the child, and then into ourselves, and then understand inner knowing and outer knowing. This would be like spiritual realm knowing. And then we go full circle to the eagle, who is the connector between both worlds. We have one world, the spiritual realm goes north to south. Okay, it's almost like a little smoke, a little like beacon of smoke right here. I always imagine a fire right here with like a mountain range, and we're like in the middle. We're like trying to figure all this out, right? And so we're on the physical plane, and we're trying to understand the emotional and the spiritual plane. So the eagle is very cool because he is a soaring bird that can go so high up that he disappears from the naked eye. That gave him the reputation of being a messenger to the spiritual realm. He can come and go as he pleases. He can go and cross between worlds. So you see like there's a gap here. And I love that there's like a gap, and he's like the gatekeeper. Okay, so he like has this knowing, and he sees this guy. He sees from this outer perspective that makes him the clarity finder, the illuminator. Okay, so he's like a messenger for us. Okay, so now you have a little bit of a base of what's going to go on, but just keep in mind, I mean, we know our directions. You know that west is this way, east is going to be over there. Okay, so keep that in mind. I will shuffle the cards for you. I know that it gets a little bit tedious, but being able to see the cards and spread intention, have a little bit of a quiet place. I apologize for the little pitter-patter. It's my doggy. What are the messages? I'm just going to mutter a little bit here. What are the messages for Cancer for July 2016? Moving forward. I want to move forward with Cancer in 2016 of July. What are the messages we have for advancement in Cancer? What might be going on? What are the messages? Okay, let's get started. I want to start in the middle. Okay, and I am going to do a little bit of a cross. I like that aspect. We're going to start with the south. South is, like I said, I've got a shadow. That's kind of crazy, huh? There we go. And then we're going to go west, inside ourselves. Then we'll go north. Sorry. I'm trying to do this mirror image, like I said, and it's kind of confusing me. North, the buffalo. Then we go east, where we move forward. So I'd like to begin. Just move him out of the way. Here, nurturing. Okay, so coral is said to be the blood of the earth. Now, this is important for multiple reasons. Okay, this could be nurturing. You yourself will need nurturing, which in the center of a reading I would look at it that way, or someone in your midst is in need of healing and you are trying to heal them. One of the two things. Usually, if we are looking at a personal reading, it is you who needs the nurturing. Okay, but it makes sense that it's the blood of the earth, because a lot of times when we are sad or we're going through a situation, we have this all alone feeling, like we are one in ourselves and we are alone. Like I said, it's important to the tribe and the herd and being with a pack. Okay, lots of people, I feel. So, coral has to do with the blood, like I said, and, pardon my hand up there, it goes to sleep on me. So we need to look at it as every corner of the earth feels and sees the same ground beneath us. You're never alone. We have all our relations, we call it, which is mammals, birds, creepy crawlers, they call it. We've got trees, we've got rocks. There are so many different parts to the animal kingdom and so many different avenues. So maybe it's time to dabble in other avenues, tribes. And I like that word for you, Cancer. Crossing us is healing again. Oh my. Okay, something went on with you. And that's okay. We're going to illuminate on it. It's good that you are here and that you are looking to do something different. This is very cool. I want you to look at the artwork. I hope I'm getting this close enough. Cancer, a healer or a nurturer in a tribe will use a bowl similar to this for many things. One of them being to grind the herbs up. You see the inside of the bowl is very blackened. That's because all of the resin from the herbs have been rubbed into this bowl. And sometimes we feel like the bowl. You know, like we have had stuff shoved into us for so long. We're sick of being that way. We are sick of feeling like, you know, we are the sacrifice. Okay? And so, but it's a lesson to be learned for the whole. So there's something to learn out of every situation that might be able to help other people, which I feel like is very important to you. Okay, so that's one way, is to grind the herbs in there and then, you know, use the bucket. Other ways is it's so black in there, and when it becomes so blackened, that is such a perfect time for the healer to fill up this bowl with water. and look into it like a television screen and to see the other side. They call it the other side camp. Okay, go with me here. And that is the blue road of spirit. So there is a lot to learn. It's like when you hit rock bottom, that's a perfect place to build. And I feel like that's kind of where you are. So bear with me here. We will get you through this, Cancer. Just hold on a second. So we are in need of healing a little bit, or perhaps we have an extreme healing energy, one of the two things, in our recent past or in our childhood self. Let's see where we are. The burden basket. Wow. You're feeling very burdened. Look at this. This right here is a little backpack, okay? And the people would carry these around to go and grab sticks, maybe herbs, some berries, some roots, and people would have different sized baskets according to what they can handle. So, Cancer, please be careful of how much you're trying to carry and of whose burdens you're trying to take on, okay? Because the warrior who comes back and had just counted coup, which I know I use these weird terminologies, but just bear with me and maybe watch some more readings too. Like your sun, moon, and rising signs, all of those, all of the above will help elaborate clearer, okay? You've been carrying a lot. And so there are multiple meanings to this card. A, it's your backpack. You're carrying around what you can. Are people coming up and putting rocks in your backpack? Okay. Did you ditch the backpack and you're running away from the backpack? Just hold on a second. Just relax, because the other thing is this is like a mailbox. People will hang these outside of their teepee for a reminder. A reminder for people who are coming in to A, wipe their feet, and B, leave everything at the door. Do not come in to our sacred space, our teepee, and bring your problems in here to sit and complain. Maybe people are dumping on you. Maybe multiple people are dumping their crud and their problems right on top of your back, and you're letting it happen, okay? Be aware of that. You do not have to take on everybody's problems. And you need to be aware of how much you can carry and stop feeling bad if you can't carry everything, okay? Take a few things out of your backpack. Maybe talk to people around you. Can you take some of this load off me? That's what it is. Tribe, herd, pack. You need to rely on other people. Let's see what comes in. Next, we're going to go to the west. Inside yourself, Cancer. War bonnet. Advancement. Interesting. Within yourself. By yourself. Maybe that's what we need to do. You need to, okay, I'll go into the meaning of this card. This is a beautiful, beautiful card, Cancer. And this is in your introspective sector, which is that we know kind of the theology of earning an eagle feather, right? Which is that you do a good act, you do a good deed, and you earn these feathers. But there's other things too. This could be like a fox's tail. That's even cooler and better, you know? Or maybe this is an owl feather in here, and then we have a fox feather and a falcon feather. It doesn't all have to be one thing. And in order for a person to be able to wear this, to be able to actually have it, they might be older in age, because all growing up, you know, he might have gotten this when he's 10 and hang it on his wall and say, I'm going to put that on my war bonnet when it's ready, okay? They're collecting skills, talents, hunting endeavors. You know, he might be out on a rabbit hunt, but then he ends up with a foxtail, and that's okay because it's meant to be. Just be patient, okay? Everything comes in their own time. But this is telling me and telling you that you have completed your war bonnet, Cancer. You have been doing the work, okay, for you, not for everyone else, for yourself. So take some time. This is a prideful thing in a very positive way. Take a second to realize, to look back and analyze. Look at all the things that I have for myself. Look at all of the things that I've done for others and earned myself this. Give yourself some credit, Cancer. Okay, north. The all-knowing thunder beings, usable energy. You have, this is like you have the world in your hands. You have, okay, here we go. I'm sorry, I have to go into the, you know, the depth of the card so that you can analyze, because you will know what's going on with you. Unless this is a personal reading, I can go one of like a zillion ways with this, okay? So the thunder is obviously the same as lightning, a lightning bolt. It's like you are a shaft and you're like a light post, okay? You're like a flagpole out in the middle of the desert somewhere, okay? And you can erect that at any point in time and attract the energy of the lightning, because it has been said, or is believed, that the lightning and the thunder, the combination of those two things, are the sexual intercourse between Father Sky and Mother Earth. And where that resides, where that lightning bolt comes in, is usable energy, okay? Usable energy is what this is. I know it's backwards, I'm really sorry. So you have the world in your hands. I mean, this can be, you know, a male and female thing where there's the Father Sky, Mother Earth, but I feel like this is more energy where you feel depleted and you feel like people are taking from you, large group of people, okay? So a little bit interesting. We may elaborate on that further. Okay, the innocence and the inner child, the other people, the pack. Let's see. And this is in the east, moving forward, Cancer. Moving forward with the south shield. Okay, hold on a second. Let me look into some things. We have lots of healing going on, which is a great thing. Moving forward with the south shield, inner child. Let's elaborate on that. Let me find the cards, because this is a big thing for you, the group. You want to be part of the group, and maybe the group has betrayed you in some way, or maybe you feel like you, I don't know, it's like you're being used and abused or something. I apologize about my shadow, you guys. I might try and like dip over here so you can see this. Okay, you might see me a little bit more, so sorry about that. You know how it is where you're like at the end of the day and you're just trying to chill, and so I've got my hair pulled back all funny, and anyway, I just got the notion and did it. So, okay, I'm just going to mumble to myself a little bit. Bear with me here. I know it's time consuming. Ancestors, what are the messages for Cancer? Such a healing time for Cancer. What messages do you have? Oh my goodness, lots of them. Okay, we're going to go with these 3 cards because this is a larger group right here. So, here we go. Peyote Ceremony. I love this card. This is such a nice card. This is about advancements in your personal abilities. This is the water bird. You see how he's kind of diving in. He's just, there's no worries going on with him at all. This right here is like the void. It's like a meditation. It's like a ceremony for advancement and going forward and seeing beyond the veil type of thing. Okay, and so he's diving into it, like not even caring. It's just going to like spiral down in there. And on this journey, where he's going is to find his new abilities. This card reminds me of a saying I heard while in a reading before, which is that there are parts of you you don't even know yet. Okay, and that just really sunk in for me, and it just started raining immediately. Water bird. Okay. I think anyway. Yeah, it just like suddenly got dark and started raining. So water, a big thing. Maybe go to water. Go and sit, you know, butt deep in water for a minute and just try to connect. Maybe call upon the water bird. Maybe just this flowy energy and just go with it, Cancer, okay? Because there are part of you that will find out. The answers will come in their own time, okay? And there is a ceremony. You can research it. I don't like to share everything publicly that I know or that I've found about Native American culture, because as you might see, my skin is white. Some people don't like it very much when white people share the stories of the Native American culture, okay? So, Waterbird, new abilities, Peyote Ceremony, okay? So we have Sacred Space Reversed. See this? What we're doing right here is a medicine wheel. These are the 4 directions. In the center is the healing place. And you, Cancer, need to go get in the center. Look at that card. Sacred Space, alone time. Wow, this is powerful. Okay, I'm going to move some things. I'm really sorry, Cancer, that you get to see this so much of me. You know, a lot of other readings got to see me getting all up in here because it just got dark suddenly on your reading. Okay, very important. It's time for yourself. This is about you. All in all, this is your sacred space. Look at how she's totally engulfed in rocks that are placed specifically in the directions, okay? But just, she's in prayer. There's a little light around her because she's just in this like state of meditation where she's like, nobody can get me here. Nobody can penetrate my space, okay? Very important for you, I feel. Okay, so that's just an elaboration card. This one is next. This one is a very cool card. I have a little drum. This bear here is a drum, okay? This is the heartbeat of the people. Such a big deal. Internal rhythm. This is your internal alarm clock. This is waking up at a time just because your body's accustomed to it. This is like a habit of putting yourself first, understanding, you know, your body, your rhythm, your daily routine, your schedule, okay? Very personal, Cancer. You need to go within yourself a lot, okay? But the thing is with yourself, you have the war bonnet. You have been achieving a lot lately. You just need to give yourself credit for it, and then just put yourself on a schedule to where you can continue. Just continue with it, okay? Slow and steady wins the race. So, this I feel like has a lot to do with inside the self. These two just kind of, they pop out, and when they pop out, I just feel like the messages are here for you, okay? I do like my readings to be about the same length, so I'm going to keep pulling cards. I really hope this resonates, Cancer, because I personally do not know very many Cancers, and so I was really excited to do this reading because it is completely random. So please comment, let me know what's going on with you, what kind of healing we've got going on, what kind of burdens are in your emotional sector. I mean, please do not beat yourself up. This is not a time to do any kind of I'm getting like self-harm. Please don't do that type of stuff, okay? Reach out. You have a pack. It might not be the same exact group of people, but one thing that I have learned, I have had a situation where I lost everyone I knew. Okay, like everyone just disappeared in one day due to one action. And there was just like this big judgment day, and I felt so low, and like I felt like this person in like a negative way. This is in no way a negative thing to go off on your own and do your own thing, okay? This is such a healing thing. And let me tell you, losing everybody was such a great, amazing, spontaneous, and like, oh my gosh, it was such a new abilities. Look, there's new parts of you coming up, Cancer. Like, you're going to figure yourself out because you're done dealing with everybody else's dumping on you. People have been dumping their crap on you and blaming you. You can't let that happen anymore. They're trying to turn you against yourself, and that's just not cool at all. Okay? Your own schedule, your own story, like I'm doing now, like your story about losing people or about this scenario is going to create peace in other people. Honestly. Okay, I really want to illuminate on this. What do I want to illuminate on? Perhaps moving forward. I want to move forward with you, Cancer. Dream time. Visions. Okay. One thing, and this was upside down, so one thing that is we're right now in the middle of a fourth world of chaos. And the buffalo signifies the fifth world of peace, okay? So we're in this time and space right now where the collective consciousness is kind of negative. There's wars going on, there's pollution in the air, there's so many weird, corrupt things going on right now. People are sensitive to it, and I think, Cancer, that you're very sensitive emotionally. You're very empathic. You draw in negativity, not on purpose, so don't beat yourself up about it. It just happens to be in the air, and you're absorbing it. So what I see, look again, sitting by themselves, they're just kind of, but look, they're not alone. There's nothing alone about this. It's like there's rainbows, and there's different, it's like an alien, you know, like, and don't be worried about it or scared of it. Like, you're going to go into meditation and get abducted. Like, no. It's just a matter of there's all our relations there. Like the coral said, it's the blood of the earth is a common denominator for everyone on the planet. Okay? Please just keep that in mind that there are so many common denominators. Okay? So going into meditation, there will be unlimited vision coming in for you, okay, as far as moving forward, which is a great place for that card to be. Okay, I'd like to move forward again with the Heyoka upside down again. Okay, so this little guy, he's the class clown, okay? He is humorous. He will be, and there is a place for this guy. There is a place for this guy in every single tribe. He would be the guy hiding in the bushes on like a super sacred night where everybody's together for like a ceremony of like a marriage or something. And this guy like pops out of the bushes and starts dancing like a madman. And like it could potentially like ruin the ceremony, but everyone is okay with it, and either A, ignore him, B, it's like your reaction to it is your own choice, and this guy's gonna do what he's gonna do regardless. Okay, so this is about finding the humor in the most deep of situations, looking at it with a light heart, not letting this guy get to you. I mean, like, imagine you're standing there as a bride on your wedding day, and this guy just comes out dressed like this, like a total, you know, class clown, and he just jumps out of the bushes, and he just starts throwing the punch everywhere, and he's just causing a ruckus, and he's just like a tornado going through your entire life, okay? If you look at it and you hate this guy, that's the point, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a place. He's here for a reason. He's almost like appointed. Like, everybody in a tribe is almost appointed with a certain, what do I want to say? I mean, like, purpose, obviously, okay? So there is a purpose for this guy who may look as though he's, like, destroying your wedding day. He's actually teaching you a lesson of patience and humor and lightheartedness, okay? So moving forward, we have that. So let's illuminate, because we do have the past. In the past, I think you've been a little bit of a burden basket, and you're just allowing it, Cancer, because you are empathetic and you are so social and emotional that people are sensitive to that. And it's really unfortunate, because a lot of times people will understand that that is an aspect of you that is it's a very great thing, Cancer, but people, I feel like, can and will take advantage of it. So please, please, please do not let anyone else come up and just put rocks in your basket, okay? And you can walk away from anything at any time. And please do not feel ashamed to do so, or maybe confront somebody. I feel like you're being very nice and you're being very passive, and the passive needs to stop. Keep it lighthearted, yes, but go off on your own a little bit. Retreat a little bit, okay? So, let's see. What do we want to illuminate on? Give me just a minute here to get in, because this is one of the heavier readings I've had today, which is not a bad thing, Cancer, and you're doing well by reaching out and getting answers, okay? Okay, what are the messages for Cancer 2016? The burdens, the healing, and the energy needed to move forward in July of 2016. Okay, here we go. Okay, pipe, inner peace. Okay, again, this pipe is used, I hope you can see it. I just don't like getting in the camera because, like I said, I got comfy today and I just don't care what I look like. Okay, so this is the pipe, and whatever. There is a little bag that it goes into. It breaks up into 3 pieces. Not that that's super important. Maybe it is, the number 3. Okay. Goes into this pipe bag, which a lot of thought went into creating this bag, and this person is going to take the pipe and go up to a place all by his or herself and sit there with it and then smoke it, okay? And this could be tobacco, and please note that tobacco in Native American culture, like, I've tried it, it's not at all a cigarette. There's absolutely zero sameness to cigarettes and Native American tobacco, okay? The overall message is the oneness, okay? We have, like, the number 1, and we have inner knowing is what the card says, if you can read it, which is backwards, so I apologize. Anyway, very oneness, okay, with one in yourself. Please don't be afraid of meditation. Please don't be afraid of the other realm. though I feel like that's less important to you, Cancer. I feel like being alone on a hill with your own thoughts is going to help you a lot. Maybe going to water. Water and earth need to be a little bit of your element. I don't see like a huge breakup or anything. We do have the North Shield that just kind of plopped. This is the Buffalo, like I was saying. It's the message for the fifth world of peace, which is that of healing. I think, okay. So we have kind of the idea of a collective, okay? We have like the wolf pack, and then we had the large herd of the buffalo. And it's like you, Cancer, are so absorbent. You're like a sponge and you're taking on all of the issues of the flippin' planet, let alone your own friend group, okay? This action, excuse me, of healing yourself after being hurt by a large collection of people. I heard a quote once, Teal Swan, you can feel free to look her up. She said something along the lines of, I might not be perfect at this, but she said, did you choose suffering for it to suck the life out of you? Or did suffering choose you so you can suck the life out of it? Okay? You are like this sponge. You take on the negative energy. You go to yourself and you call upon the buffalo, the water bird, the water energy, and the fluid energy, and you release it, Cancer. You release it to the universe, and you can say, Archangels, please help me with this. Grandfather Buffalo, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you believe in, please take the burdens from me. You can go there and release it. I believe that that's what you need to do. Cancer, I send you all of the love. Please comment with what you think this might pertain to, and know that you're not alone in any case, shape, or form, and that pain breeds beautiful people. My condolences, my love, my support, and blessings. Thank you so much, Cancer. We'll see you later. Like I said, I cannot be